Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Bridgett. And listen, tonight it's going to be a good one. So I suggest you get your good girlfriends tonight because tonight's show is going to be one you don't want to miss. We got so much to share with you tonight. And so tonight, with the close of Women's History Month, it was so important to me that my guest that I had tonight would be able to really help me share and celebrate all of these amazing women, as well as encourage you, motivate you, and inspire you. And so tonight, I'm super happy to bring to you tonight my guest, who's also my cousin. So help me welcome Terra Pike. Terra, are you here? Hey, Terra.
Hey, Bridgett. How are you?
So y'all, we cousins in real life, not play cousins. We cousins in real life. Okay? So y'all going to get extraness on overload tonight, okay? So listen, tonight's episode is very important, Terra, because, with it being Women's History Month, and both of us are entrepreneurs, and both of us are committed to, helping women excel, helping women be successful, as well as helping them to look good while they're doing it. So I couldn't think of anybody else to help me do this tonight but my cousin. So y'all, so just so I can be clear, when I say we real cousins, not play cousins, our grandparents, our grandparents and sisters and brothers, okay? So we blood cousins, y'all. It ain't for play. All right, so Terra, welcome to the show. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm excited to be here. I feel like I made it. I'm on Coffee with Bridgett. Listen, I'm moving on up. To a deluxe apartment in the sky.
Listen, so any of our family members that are all here tonight, we promise not to embarrass you too much. But then again, you never know. Okay. So Terra, so for my viewers, and my CEOs who don't know you, let's talk a little bit about you, Terra, talk a little bit about you and, your commitment to women's fashion. So first of all, can you tell everybody just a little bit about you and a little bit about why women's fashion, is so important to you?
Well, I am Terra Pike Cornelius, and I'm a graduate of North Carolina A&T State University. Full-time, I work for UNC Chapel Hill. I'm a HR consultant. I recruit clinical faculty in the Department of Medicine. I have been a boutique owner. I'll celebrate my third year in business in April of this year. And I am just committed to helping women look good and feel good about themselves. And that's pretty much the whole mission of Terra's Boutique, is to keep women empowered, to keep women inspired, and to keep women cute. I think it's important that we look good. When we look good, we feel good about ourselves. Happiness is a choice, but when you look good, you absolutely feel better about yourself, and you can function better when you look good.
Yeah, when you look good, you feel better, and you produce on a different level. And so, one of the things that, I pride myself in being super passionate about is presentation. And, you hear that group of people that say it doesn't take all of that. And then you hear the group of people who say, well, I can understand, you getting dressed for certain occasions. Now, I am the person who would get dressed for all occasions because I believe you have to be prepared for any opportunity. And so that's what I want to say to any of the ladies who are watching us tonight. It does not matter where you are in your career or in your life. You should always make sure that you are prepared if you get that one phone call, that one opportunity, that one text message, that one email that gives you that opportunity that you've been praying for. So with that being said, Terra, like we listen, we grew up together. And so I'm about to date us just a little bit, but not too far back. So for those of you who are from High Point, North Carolina, or from North Carolina, because I see we got North Carolina people all here. Hey, Kira, my friend Kira went to Bennett. So back in the day, y'all, me and Terra used to live across the street from each other, all right? And so Terra's mom sews. So back in the day when me and Terra was fancy before we had money, you know how it is when you fancy and broke. But we thought we was doing something, okay? We always been fancy, but we was fancy and broke, all right? Yeah. So Terra's mom sewed. So me and Terra, we would have these matching outfits made. All right. Going nowhere but Sky City in Thomasville. Anybody ever heard of Sky City? You remember that? Sky City in Thomasville. All right. We was just like, let me tell you something. We was fashionistas at an early age. So we had these pink Bermuda shorts and these white shirts. I think it was like 4 of us that had those made. And then we had jelly shoes.
Right.
We had the royal blue dresses. Don't leave me out here. You want to. Remember the royal blue dresses we had made?
And those lavender dresses. Y'all know it's those long-waisted dresses with that little gathered at the bottom. And we would get dressed up and we would catch the city bus and be on our way. 30 cents.
30 cents. So listen, y'all, just so y'all know, I was doing custom clothing, years ago, okay? I didn't just get to the custom arena. I was doing custom years ago. But yeah, we would get so dressed up. And so I think about both of my grandparents, because the very first time that I ever went to the beauty salon, Tara's grandmother was my very first beautician, and she was the very first person who straightened my hair. And so I think about all of those things who are part of our history and which has made us the women that we are today. And so now I think about in this Women's History Month, women are now even more empowered, super happy. We have a female vice president, and so now women, we want you today to we don't want you to just have a seat at the table. It is our mission for you to become one of the decision makers and the influencers. And I would go so far as to say, listen, I want to help build the table. I'm going to help build the table. I'm going to build the table that I'm going to sit at, and I'm going to help build the table that you're sitting at, because I want equity and I want stock. I want to be able to see, I want to be able to see an influx, so that we can help and support other women. So Terra, I think about our history, think about where we are now, and, think about, now our mission and how we are so super committed. Can you just tell us a little bit about what does it make you feel like when you see women who, their confidence was not where yours is, or their confidence was just beginning to develop for them to step out of the box? I know what it makes me feel like when I help someone, but what does it make you feel like when you are helping these women who need just that boost?
It really just warms my heart. I can think of certain clients who, when they came to me, didn't necessarily think they were all that. I mean, I thought they were all that. But it just warms my heart to see how some of the ladies' confidence have just shot out the roof. And we need to be confident in ourselves, because if we're not confident in ourselves, no one else is going to be confident in us. I can recall women coming to shop, and I'll say, let me just pull some things for you. That's when I would let people come to the house and shop. That was pre-COVID. And I recall pre-COVID. But I would, bring things, and they were like, I would never pick those things out in the store, and it's funny because you can just bring a different experience to someone. You can bring a different level of excitement, and you can kind of broaden their horizons. I mean, I know that my dress is a little out of the box, and I'm okay with that because I know I'm a little extra and a little different. But other women realize that they could do that too. A lot of times people would sit back and say, I could never wear that, Terra. But you know what? They put it on. They're like, you know what? Absolutely. Yes, I can. So it really just warms my heart to know how I have helped so many people and how people have just gained lots of confidence in themselves, just shopping at Terra's Boutique. I mean, I never thought Terra's Boutique would have taken off the way that it has. It has well exceeded my expectations, that I've had to change my expectations. So it just really does a lot for me. I am elated and just grateful for all the people that continue to shop with me. And just when I get reports back, when people send me a text message and say, you just don't know what today did for me. It's just amazing. And I look at the pictures and, some people doing photo shoots would have never done a photo shoot, So it just warms my heart that so many people trust their wardrobe, their daily wardrobe, and their special occasion wardrobe to Terra's Boutique. I had a lady actually message me last night about a wedding dress. I'm like, what? But you know what? I was able to connect her with a seamstress. So it works.
So I'm cracking up for two reasons. Number one is this. So for those of you who are just joining us, hey Regina, hey Tracy, hey Elder Wing, it's my love fellowship family is here. You know, I love my sisters at my church. I'm cracking up, Terra, though, because you know, it's funny because when I look at you, you know, not only do I know we cousins and know we related, but I look at you and I'm just like, ooh, we two of a kind. You know, we are two of a kind. So sidebar, y'all. Terra has committed me to be on her committee to help us for our family reunion. Listen, I don't know what that's gonna be like. So y'all stay tuned for whatever comes out of that. Okay.
That's gonna be another Coffee with Bridgett segment.
So Terra, let's take a step back. So you have your boutique, you know, and
right.
You're doing very well in your boutique. And so for Women's History Month, because I'm celebrating all of my beautiful sisters that are here. And, you know, you started this boutique and you were recently featured, you know, in the magazine article. I'm super proud of you, like so happy for you. Let's talk about the start of Terra's boutique. So walk us through, you know, the concept, the idea, you know, of how Terra's boutique was started.
Having a boutique is something that I pretty much wanted for a while. I started shopping at boutiques. Many of you, some know, some don't. But I had gained a lot of weight. I had gone through an unsuccessful round of in vitro, and I found myself at about 220 pounds. And I just steadily gained weight, you know, while I was married and, you know, just happy and settled and just cooking and eating. And I gained weight. And so I started shopping at boutiques because I wanted to look good in my clothes. I realized that at whatever size you are, you can look good in your clothes, but sometimes you're going to have to put a little extra money in them. So I started shopping boutiques because I was short in stature. I'm only 4'11", and so I'm vertically challenged, number one. And number two, I had gotten a little on the heavy sides. My friends didn't tell me what I was looking like. But at any rate, I was shopping boutiques. But I realized, too, that I was spending a lot of money in boutiques. And I was like, you know what? I really could do this. Fast forward in 2014, I think it was, I had weight loss surgery. And I realized how much money I had in my closet at that point. And when you start counting up the costs, you will realize that something's got to change. And so that's when I really decided that, you know what, I'm going to do a boutique at some point. Wasn't really sure when, where, how, but I knew it was something that I wanted. Fast forward about 2 years. I have this cousin, y'all. She's a preacher. And
well, I know her.
you know of her. I think they call her Pastor Battles. But anyway, she was in High Point one night and she was preaching and she was like, cousin, my adjutant couldn't come with me tonight. I was like, okay, I'll serve you tonight. And so I go, you know, I'm going to carry her Bible, her handkerchief, give her a few minutes. You know, I'm good. So if any of you have ever been in a service with Pastor Battles, then you already know. But at any rate, she started pushing me around the church. She was ministering to people. And I will never forget, she started pushing me around the church. And in my mind, I'm thinking, what in the world is she doing? Now I'm here to help her with these other people. And I ain't wanting to be crying and falling out and stuff tonight. What is she doing? You know, but in my mind, but you know, I'm going through. And so I never forget, she stopped and she turned me around dead in the tracks. And she looked me in the eye and she says, you push everybody else with their dreams and visions. You help everybody else make all of their things come to pass. She says, and tonight, God told me to push you. And what I was feeling changed. When I tell you I was messed completely up, it was so true. I had started a consulting business called Consult T because so many people were consulting me about everything that they wanted to do. Literally be held hostage sometimes, mostly mornings on the phone on my way to work. My friends would start calling me at 5:30, 6 o'clock. T, I want to do this. What you think? T, can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? You know, and it's true. And I think sometimes, you know, you want to do things, but you don't really know how to get started. So you kind of suppress it by being consumed with everybody else's affairs. And I would never forget, I'd moved, I'd started my new job, and I was just sitting at my desk one day, and that night, that service just started ringing in my head, and I want to cry right now thinking about it. But I'm not gonna mess up. But I'm
gonna keep my whole life together over here.
Right, I'm gonna keep it together. But I sat at my desk that day, and I said, you know what? She was absolutely right. Something's got to change in my life. And I said, I'm gonna start that boutique, and I'm gonna start it today. And I took my lunch. I started calling web designers. I was on her website. I was on everybody's website who had a boutique, and just going to the bottom, seeing who their web designer was. And I just started emailing people. I didn't get any responses. And I remembered my goddaughter, when she graduated from high school, she had put a really nice video presentation together. And I said, well, maybe Ariel can do me a website. So I text Ariel, and she was like, sure, I can do you a website. I said, well, let's get it going. I said, this is what I need. I said, what we going to call it? She says, I don't know. She says, we'll call it Terra's Boutique. I said, that's fine. I said, I like the KIS. Keep it simple. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be grandiose. It's Terra's Boutique. It's my boutique, my name. That's simple. People know me. Boutique at the end. That's good. And I told her, I said, listen, here's my credit card. Create the cards. I need some tops, some dresses, some jumpsuits, some outerwear, some accessories. I said, I'm going to send you a picture for every item, for every column, and you just get it set up. I said, and tonight we'll finish it. I said, but it has to be live by midnight, because I knew that if I stopped, I may not pick it back up. And so that's just what I want to tell people. You have to simply get started. We spin our wheels trying to make sure everything is going to be perfect. We want everything line upon line and precept upon precept. But the world is ever changing. So you just got to get started.
So Terra, you said a lot of things. And so, I'm super happy. So we've never publicly talked about that night. Mm-hmm. We've never publicly, and for those of you who are watching, we've never publicly talked about that night. And I remember that night. I remember when I was preaching, and I remember everything. And so to see you and hear you and to watch the transformation, it's beyond. I'm super.
Don't do it.
I know, I'm trying not to.
Don't start.
I'm super excited and I'm super grateful because, this thing called life, I know that we all of the women that are here, you all are gifted and talented. You all have so much inside of you. And I get so passionate about helping you and pushing and pouring and encouraging you. And I know that this is all a part of my life's mission, all a part of my life's walk. And so tonight I want to celebrate you. And so Terra shared her story, and I'm looking at the people that are on here tonight, and I'm looking at all of these women that I'm connected to, women who I know have big dreams and they have big gifts, and they are simply amazing. So tonight, this episode, as we have this conversation, this dialogue, you are a part of this. You are a part of this. Anything that you desire to do, anything that you desire to see manifested, like Terra said, don't stop. Sometimes it gets super hard. Life presents challenges. And, it took a minute for me to get to the phase of where I was okay even talking about my challenge. And so, one of the things that I appreciate, and I'm saying this transparently in a form of us helping somebody else, but, even though me and Terra are cousins, we grew up like sisters, and not that I celebrate divorce, because I don't celebrate divorce. We believe in love, but we both are divorced. We both lost our fathers, a lot of the same. We both, have done a lot of the same things. And so, we both now dating happily,
collecting data,
right? But I share that to say, not to give it any glory or to give it any power, but to say you're looking at women who are not perfect, but God has given them the strategy and the skills to keep going. And I'm saying that to all of you, keep going, don't stop. And so I consistently say this, and and I say it over and over again, and I say it for a reason. I consistently say I'm a six-figure earner. I consistently say those things, and I say it for a reason. And so I'm gonna break it down to you like why I say it. And I say it because my cousin is also a six-figure earner. And so I say it from the perspective of you need people that to really have manifested the things that they say they manifest. When you see us on social media, this is our real life. This is not a game. This is not about posting up for the book or for the gram. No, this is our real life. And so we invite you in this space tonight because we see so much in all of you. And we want you to move forward in whatever your goal is, whatever your dream is, and whatever tax bracket you want to be in. One thing I have learned, if you desire more finances, you desire more love, whatever you desire in your life, you have to speak to it. If you don't speak to it, it won't manifest. And so I consistently put things in the atmosphere because I'm speaking manifestation. I'm speaking exponential growth. And I am speaking, most importantly, for all my sisters tonight, for all of you. All of you. This is Women's History Month. This is your month. This is your time for you to be successful. So, Terra, I want to peel back the layers a little bit more. I got to hold on to these lashes for a minute, because I felt myself about to get the ugly cry in. But, just pull back the layers. And I want to do this because I have a few people on here that I absolutely love and adore. When I say love and adore, that I would just do anything for them. But they also are at a place in their life where they're building their dreams. And I have a front row seat to watch them. And then some of them want to be part of a sorority. And so recently, y'all, Terra is a year older than me. So I'll be 48 this year. So Terra will be 49 this year. And so Terra, within the last year, recently pledged, for a sorority. And so I'm saying that to say it's never too late to do what you want to do. So Terra, let's talk about your big announcement when you crossed over, okay? You got some sorors over here, okay?
Where my sorors at?
You got some sorors. Yes. When you announced your sorority, you got some sorors over here because I'm looking at them right now, okay?
10, 10, 20. Add the two tens together, you get 20. That was the day I crossed the burning sands into Delta Sigma Theta land.
Tracy, but y'all hear that? Say it again, Terra. You crossed the what?
The burning sands into Delta Sigma Theta land. I think that's the first time I've said that. But yes, so listen, what I want to just say is that, one of the mottos that I live by is that if you don't make the choice to take a chance, your life will never change. Delta Sigma Theta, that's something that I've always wanted. I wanted it since undergrad. And honestly, I had sent my application in. My mama had my little $500 ready. I knew I was
going in on here for you, okay?
Yeah, I knew I was gonna make it. I had a little insight. I knew I was gonna be in Alpha Mu. But when my aunt called me that night and she says, "Terra, your packet is incomplete." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "There is a form missing." Honey, I tore that desk in Van Story Hall, room 310 apart. Do you hear me? And one of the forms had fallen under the desk. And so those desks in college, you can't move them. But honey, I yanked them drawers out and sure enough, a paper had fallen out. Say all that to say, listen, never give up on your dreams. Never give up. And it just seemed like I never tried again undergrad. And then when I started thinking about doing a graduate chapter, some of the rules had changed. It used to be that you had to live or work in a city. And then it went to you had to live in a certain city. And it just seemed like every county I moved in, they weren't doing anything. I was never in the right place at the right time. But you know what? God's timing is perfect timing. Listen, who would have known almost 50 years old, here in living in the Raleigh-Durham, Chapel Hill area. And, I had pretty much given up. Honestly, I had given up. I had tried one other time graduate chapter and I had an error in my packet. So listen, don't give up. And so I was going to just let it go. And I'd had surgery last December, and I knew that the rush would be coming, the interest meeting would be coming, but I figured I would miss it because I was recovering. And I had been home from my mom's maybe about 2 weeks, and I was at the grocery store. I wasn't really supposed to be driving and out like that. And one of my girlfriends, she called me, and she said, the meeting is today at 3 o'clock. I said, honey, it is 1:30. I'm recovering from surgery. I said, you know what? I'm just going to let it go. I said, I've lived my life this long without it. I think I'm just going to let it go. She said, you can't. And she's scared, can you get there in time? And I said, I can get there in time. I said, but I'm not even dressed. I'm not supposed to be putting on heels and, all this kind of stuff. And she said, you get home, you put on a dress, and you get to that meeting. Honey, I got out of that food line as quick as I could, holding my stomach with my band on. And I came home. I put on a black dress. I got to that meeting. On my way, I realized I hadn't recombed my hair. I didn't have on no makeup. I don't even think I had on no earrings. But honey, I was present and accounted for, because I knew that if I did not get there to get the packet, there would be no chance. But I knew if I had it, then I could make the decision. So I had to take a chance. I had to make a choice to take a chance. And that was my time. I made it. I got a call, for the interview. Things delayed because of COVID. So, there was another, we was down, but I hadn't gotten a rejection letter, so I just assumed that I was in, and it was virtual. We were one of the first virtual lines, but it was absolutely amazing. We're the fiery 15, y'all. I'm short, I'm number one, I'm the ace. Y'all know what that means. My line name is Flo Aces, because I could sing. And I'd be singing those hymns, honey. We was in our classes and they could hear me singing. But yeah, I was singing like I was in church, and I had my eyes closed like I was singing those hymns. But at any rate, I made it, but I made the choice not to give up. And so I just want to say that's the only difference between Bridgett and I and you all. We just didn't give up. We decided to take chance after chance after chance, and we've just chased it. We grew up living across the street from each other. Our dads were first cousins. And so we just did it. We've done these things since we were little girls. She was with me when I was going through my divorce. So guess what? I was there to support her going through hers. So it's just cosmic that things have happened. She mentioned that we both lost our fathers. It's just so much that has happened to both of us, and I think that has just knitted us even the more closer together. We talk late nights and early mornings. We clean up on FaceTime together. We motivate each other. We'll prop our phones up. If she got something in the house she need to do, I need to get my room clean, she need to get hers clean. We FaceTime each other and we just get it done together. Sometimes it just helps to have somebody there. But, all of that to say, just don't give up on your dreams and your visions. Don't give up on love. You got to make the choice to take a chance. No one wants to have their heart broken. But guess what? If you don't make the choice to take a chance, you don't know. Your heart didn't have to get broken, But as they say in church, there will be glory after this. So, it's not the end of the world.
You're going to preach on tonight, cousin.
I feel my help coming. But seriously, there is life after any and everything that we go through. And we've gone through three things that we've not shared and not going to share on this Coffee with Bridgett. But, we've both had some dark days and some heavy nights, but we overcame because we did not let those things overtake us. We didn't go under. We did not give up. We didn't quit because we knew that we had great on the inside of us. And just like I'm so godly proud of Bridgett. I mean, we're only a year apart, but I really feel like she's like my little cousin. But I'm so proud of her, and, we both encourage each other. We both tell each other how proud we are of each other. We celebrate our successes. We discuss our failures. Trust me, you're going to have some failures in this thing called life and business. Okay. But the main thing is that you just got to keep on going and keep on growing.
That's right. And y'all get your questions ready because me and Terra are going to start answering your questions. Hi, Anita Minor. Thank you for joining us.
That's my girlfriend.
Thank you for joining us, Pamela. Tammy Watkins Miller. I love you, Tammy. Elder Wiggins, Tracy, Regina, Shanti, Tressa. Hey, girlfriend. My girlfriend, Kira. Hey, y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you for joining us. Hey, baby. So, Terra, one thing.
You got to say Sanji. You can get in trouble.
Oh, sorry. Sanji, sorry.
Me too.
Sorry, Sanji. One thing we forgot to say, we both grew up as Happy Baptists. Our churches was across the street from each other. Absolutely. We went to church across the street from each other. I went to Mount Vernon Baptist Church.
And I went to First Emmanuel Baptist.
It's so funny. So y'all get your questions ready for us. So now, Terra, let's fast forward. Let's talk about, this next phase, this next phase, this thing called life, and navigating this. So now we're both, in the business world, we're both what we call corporatepreneurs. And so one of the things that I really want to make sure that we cover tonight especially for the women, let's talk about, sometimes women, we have to do it all. And sometimes we have to do it all because we want to do it all. And sometimes we have to do it all because there's nobody else there to do it. And so even with doing it all, you still got to look good while you're doing it. And looking good does not mean you always got to have on, high stilettos, or looking good doesn't mean you always, got to have on a 3-piece suit, or you got to have on a dress, or you got to have on puffy sleeves, because we like a little drama, a little extraness, right.
We were almost twins tonight.
Yeah. But it doesn't mean that, but looking your best. And looking your best, it does not mean that you have to have the most expensive item. It does not mean that you have to have the latest and the greatest trends. It's about you showing up. And so this past weekend, I had the amazing opportunity in my church, Terra, to teach from the book called Queenology. And I actually have the book right here. So if anybody on here and you want a good book to read, Queenology by R.C. Blakes, and Elder Wiggins and Elder Tracy from my church, they're both on here. They put together this amazing program called Queenology. And every week we have sat down with the ladies of the church, and 2 different, queens have facilitated the discussion. And they have been about practical strategies around life, but they're filled with biblical principles. And so it's been amazing. So this past Saturday, I taught from the subject, Queens Possess Presence. All right, follow me. I'm going somewhere. Okay. So first of all, I said Elder Wiggins set me up because, y'all already know that's my jam when you're talking about presence. Anything I do with presence, that's my thing. Okay. So super happy and honored that I got that opportunity, but also taking that opportunity and being able to share that with other women, which is what I want to insert some of that tonight. And that's part of you getting dressed, is you having presence. And so presence says that, when I show up, because I am here, sometimes I don't have to say anything. You just know that I'm here. And knowing that I'm here and I'm in the midst, that can change someone's heart, and it can change someone's situation. And most importantly, it can change someone's mindset. And so I think that's so important when it comes to women. When you're getting dressed, you got to have a mindset shift. Because I don't care how many fancy outfits we give you. I don't care, how many times we tell you that you look like $1 million if you don't believe it. In other words, you have to wear the clothes. The clothes can't wear you. So I want to say to the women tonight, having presence, showing up, taking ownership of your space. One of the things, Terra, that somebody at work said to me, and it's become my new mantra. I think I need to get a t-shirt made. And she said, because, we love a t-shirt. She said, you know what? I showed up for something and it wasn't even my time to present. I was just present. And she said, you cannot be ignored. And in my mind, I'm thinking, you don't know what you just did. You're right. I can't be ignored. And it wasn't even my turn to say nothing. I'm just sitting there supporting, pushing the other people on, just being there, being a supportive listener. And so, when we talk about presence and getting dressed and showing up as your best self, I believe women, we have the power to not be ignored. And so, Terra, I know you got that same spirit there.
Sometimes your presence excites other people, and you really touched on something, because the other morning I had Zoom starting at like 9:00. So, whenever I have a Zoom and I'm going to show myself, of course I'm going to look right. I'm not overdoing it, but I'm going to look presentable. And that morning I put on just a simple black dress. I had on my nice necklace, earrings. I had my hair pulled back to the side in a little ball. And I was meeting with my ACA, and she was like, wow, you look amazing. And I was like, really? And she says, I want my hair like that. Next thing I know, she grabbed her little scrunchie. She done pulled her hair to the side and put her ponytail on the side. And, we had another meeting right after that. She says, well, you know what? We're going to get off here early because you have motivated me. She said, I'm getting ready to put me on some clothes. You've motivated me, because when you show up, you never know what your presence is going to do for somebody else. Mm-hmm. So my presence motivated her. She texted me today. She said, I'm going to start sending you pictures of me. She said, I want you to help me look like you. So you just never know what your presence does for somebody else. So
Somebody put that in the comments. My presence motivates.
Your presence will motivate other people, and you can produce, you can perform better. I tell them, we're working from home. It was a challenge for me, but honey, if I want to really push out some work, I get dressed just like I'm going in the office, and don't let me put on no high heels and cross my legs. Honey, I'm gonna really get some work done because I'm gonna be thinking I'm in the office.
Listen, you already know, because when you call me, and sometimes you be like, "What is you do?" Listen, I got a whole situation that be going on over here, okay?
I mean, if it's just from the waist up, but whatever makes you feel good about you. It could just be something comfortable and cute, but put on some, just certain things that I don't go without. I don't go without earrings. Every time I've had surgery, I've give one of my best friends some earrings and say, well, as soon as I come out the recovery, don't let nobody come and see me and I'll have on no earrings. Put some Vaseline or something on my lips. I need to have on some lip gloss or something. So those are my vices: earrings and lip gloss or lipstick. You never really gonna ever hardly catch me without it unless it's about bedtime. And sometimes I go to bed with it on. But listen, your presence will motivate other people. So be mindful of what you look like. I think about that. Sometimes if I'm just want to run to the store, sometimes, you don't want to fix up all the time. Trust me, I get it. But that's the very time you run into somebody, somebody, I go play, hey, you got that boutique. I be like, sometimes Jeff's like, can we go anywhere where people don't know you? And I'm like, well, you want to be where everybody knows your name, don't you? I mean, I do.
Wait, Tracy DeWhite, your soror said she put on earrings to go down to the kitchen.
Yes, put on some earrings. She won't mind me picking her, my model, Katina. Katina gets dressed up on Saturdays, I call it. She be sitting in the house just grinning and dressed up. I said, girl, you love to dress up, but you feel good about yourself, and you never know who you're going to see. So you have to be ready for it.
Yeah, you have to be ready for it. And so that's why it's so important to really care about your appearance. And so as you care about your appearance, you also want to make sure that you take that time and use it as part of your self-care, because you got to care about yourself. And as you care about yourself, it speaks to the world that you care about a project you're assigned. It could be your job. It shows your employer that you care and that you are managing those things. So that's super important. And so, Terra, let's kind of give some of, Tressa said lashes and earrings. Listen, I'm an earring person too. I'm an earrings and I'm a lip gloss person. I love earrings. I love lip gloss. And then the other thing that I absolutely just cannot go without. I don't care, honey. Let me tell you something. I don't care how tired I am. I do not care. I'll put some concealer underneath these eyes. It might not be perfect like my makeup artist get. It may not cover up everything, but I'm gonna have something underneath these eyes. It's gonna be a look. Even if I have to do like the look, whatever, I'm gonna have something under these eyes. I don't care where I'm going. It's gonna be something under these eyes, because working on a computer and consistently being in front of the camera all the time, I've noticed, different things as I'm getting older. I'm changing. And then I also notice when I haven't had enough water. So drink your water, sisters. Okay, put that in the comments. Somebody drink your water. All right, so y'all get your questions ready. Terra, can you believe it's been 45 minutes that we've been on here already? This is crazy. So the last 15 minutes, we're going to take your questions. Ask us anything. Ask us questions the last 15 minutes. So while people are getting their questions ready, just so that I can just put this out there. So Terra is one of my cousins, her and Monique. They are one of my cousins, both who are amazing cooks. Okay, Terra can cook anything. Okay, anything. Like, she makes homemade cakes, she makes homemade biscuits, she makes homemade dumplings. Yeah, I didn't get that memo. I'm the person who paid the people to do it. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, I can cook, but I don't get down like they get down. Okay, I'm the person who gonna have somebody come to their house and do that part. So one of these days, Terra, when you come here, we have to do a video with us cooking, and then I, pick up some of these recipes. I don't want them all, just maybe one or two.
One or two.
Or two. I don't want them all. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. I'm gonna be the person that gonna have somebody else cook it up. But a couple of things, one or two is good.
That's yeah, right. You gotta be able to cook it or have some coins.
Listen, Terra cooks a lot, and our one joke that I'll invite you into our joke. Terra, what's the word you use for everything that I always tell you?
I don't know. What is it?
Whenever you describing something.
Cute.
Yes. Anything we talking about.
That's where boutique cuties came from. Everything is cute.
Yeah, I don't care what we talking about. Put me on a little cute something.
Yeah, look cute.
That was too cute. Or it just gonna be. Y'all put in the comments, I'm cute. Okay, let's see how many people saying they cute tonight. Okay, I'm cute. Okay, but that's Terra's power word, cute. Okay,
cute. Everything is cute to me.
Everything is cute to her. Everything is cute. Everything is cute. Everything is cute. Y'all get your questions ready. Ask us questions about fashion. Ask us questions about business. Ask us questions about how to stay resilient, how to stay motivated, how to move forward. So Terra, while we see if we can get any questions. That's right, Regina. Listen, my friend Regina on here, she's my I'm cute. Yeah, Regina love a picture, okay? She must, because I love a picture, right?
A selfie a day.
Yeah. When you said somebody just now take a photo shoot, photo shoots is my middle name.
Right.
I love a picture. Listen. Tressa said, drink water in a customized cup. Yes, love it. Listen, I'm looking at all these cuties on here. Okay, I'm cute. All right.
All these cuties. They know they cute.
Yes, all these cuties on here. So, Terra, let's talk about accountability. And so I think that's one of the things as a business owner, and also as a woman. Wait, Tracy said she love a picture and a lip gloss. I sure do, Tracy. And let me go ahead and let y'all in on a secret, all right? So listen, right beside my computer, I have a mirror, and I got 3 lip glosses that I keep right there. 3 lip glosses, okay? 3 lip glosses. And I've been using these a lot because these are 3 from a woman business owner. Her name is Sharita Austin out of Atlanta, Adore Cosmetics, and it's absolutely amazing. And I actually have on tonight, it's called Teddy Graham, because I really like the nudes. Like I'm learning, learning how to, to zhuzh up my own self a little bit more. But yeah, I love the nude. But let's talk about accountability, for our last couple of minutes, accountability. And so, when you're a business owner and when you are a woman who is doing so many different things, it's so hard to stay focused because we put on our cape and we want to save and help everybody else. You want to be that support, because you believe in other people, so sometimes it's so hard. And so I find that it is important. It's important that you set boundaries. So let's talk about boundaries. So, Terra, let's talk about how do you set healthy boundaries?
I set healthy boundaries by attempting. Now, listen, everything doesn't always go as planned, but I try to carve out time a day. So, my routine, I get up, I have my coffee, and I have some praise and worship. Alexa, I have a gospel playlist that I play every morning. And so that's how I start my day out. So I make sure I get my spirit right first. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, I do my work. And then sometimes I'll break during the day to get things done. I try to answer messages, talk about accountability. That's customer service. I'm an online boutique. So, pretty much online stores are open 24/7. I try to set some hours, but, my customers, they don't really abide by those. So, I try to, answer a message here or there. I got the little automated stuff. But, you have to you have to sometimes I have to tell people, because I have more than one business. I say, listen, I'm working for UNC right now. I'll get with you after 5. If it's something I can answer pretty quickly, I'll go ahead and answer it. But you have to set boundaries and don't let people overload or overwhelm you, because people will hold your inbox hostage and all that kind of stuff. So you have to sit.
Stop right there. Put it in the comments. Do not let people hold your inbox hostage.
Right.
At all, especially whether you are a business owner or not, period. Don't let people hold your inbox hostage. And, you know, I have learned to defend my calendar, and defending my calendar, I allot certain times and certain dates for certain things. And so, because I want to deliver to you the best possible thing that I can. And so, you know, you have to have those boundaries. And I'm sure, you know, a lot of you that are on here too, you have to have those boundaries. You have to have those boundaries. Okay, I just want to say that part. Go ahead, Sarah.
Okay, somebody has a question, but I think they're watching through my page, so they're trying to figure out how they can ask a question.
Oh, go ahead and ask her.
Monica Hedgepeth is watching. What's your question, Monica? You're going to have to send it to me in Messenger, I think, because since she's not on your page, she's not going to be able to put the question.
My page is not private. It's open.
Okay, well, Monica, go to Bridgett Battles page, and you can put it there, or you can text it to me in Messenger, and I'll tell her what your question is.
Yep. Nope. All of my social media is open. None of it is private. As a business owner, I keep it all open. And I don't put nothing out here. Yeah, I don't put nothing out here that I don't care if anybody listen, screenshot, record, or share.
Right. Monica, text it to me if you're on I think she's on my page. So put it in my Messenger. I'll ask the question.
Okay.
But yes, you have to have boundaries, you know, and you have to take some time for yourself as well. So just make sure that in all of your doing and serving and being there for everybody else, just make sure that you take some time out for yourself. You know, if it's just your pedicure, when I go get my pedicure, guess what? I don't answer my phone. I don't answer no pings. You know, that's my time. You know, that's about the only thing that I really do consistently for myself is, you know, going to get my pedicure, of course, when I get my hair done. But you got to have some time that you can just steal away, you know. So self-care is important. And whatever self-care looks like to you, it could just be going in your room, closing the door, laying in the bed for 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is. You just have to make sure that you take some time and just do something for yourself.
Yeah, you're right. And so I've started utilizing the do not disturb function on my phone, which I didn't before. And I've started utilizing that for past 10 o'clock at night. And so I have my favorites. And so certain people I'll answer anytime, you know, because I have my core group, which I call my tribe, my prayer bosses. I talk to them anytime, day or night. And those people are so important to me that the access is important to me as well. But really knowing how to manage that is so important, especially if you want to be successful and not get burnt out. You don't want to put yourself in a place where you're burnt out and then you start kind of not being able to produce your best, because it's so important that you produce your best at all times. So I think that's important. So I was having a conversation with someone earlier today, and you know, they are when I say absolutely amazing, hands down, amazing. And they have such a giving heart and will give you the shirt off of their back. I mean, literally. But what happens is because they're so loving and giving, they're willing to give so much. And then when it comes to themselves, you know, they put themselves in the back burner. And so I want to say to all of the women out here who are watching us today, you know, we love you, but we want you to take time for yourself. I don't care what you do. Take time for yourself in this Women's History Month. Find 30 minutes, find an hour where you have that time with just you and God, or you and your water, you and your coffee, but just so you can hear yourself think for a minute. Just sit in a peace and quiet. But allow yourself to be refueled and allow yourself that time so that you can actually be okay. Because sometimes, you know, I think that's the reason we fly off the handle sometimes or become reactionary, because we haven't had that time to rest. We haven't had that time to refuel. we haven't had that time to actually, to process the day. We keep going and going and going and going and going until after a while, your body tells you you have to sit down. Yeah, so. All right, let's see if Monica's question came through yet. If not, did she send it to you,
She
Terra?
said she just wanted to say that this has been so encouraging. Monica, too, is a business owner and wants to do more and even grow more. And so I just want to just keep her encouraged and keep her lifted up and just know that, it can happen for you. It happened once, it'll happen again.
Absolutely, Monica. And keep going, Monica. Like, keep going. Whatever you do, don't stop. Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. And don't compare yourself or your journey to anybody else's journey. Just walk in your authentic lane, walk in your authentic gift. And so I would tell you that it's not easy. It's not easy. I think sometimes that we make it look easy. And here's the truth of it. The reason we make it look easy is because we have a system in place. If we didn't have systems and processes in place, it would not be easy. So it's about having a. Did you just quick on coffee? Did you?
I just thought about something. Something just hit me.
Tracy Dwight, Regina Harris, and Erica? Did you just quicken on Coffee with Bridgett?
Look, something happened. I felt something. I heard something. Something came in my mind. I gotta say it. Go ahead. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is.
You're real oily right now. Go ahead, on cousin.
No, what I wanted to say, and it just kind of hit me, is that God made us. We are reproducers. And so reproduction doesn't necessarily mean that you got to have children. I don't have children. Bridgett doesn't have children. But we produce businesses. We produce happy people. So it doesn't have to mean a child, running in behind you. But we are reproducers. That's in our DNA. That's what we do. So there's nothing that we do that's not going to succeed, because that's how we're designed. That's our DNA. That's our makeup. God made us to reproduce. We produce things and we reproduce. So you just got to know that you can do it. You have to get started. And guess what? If you don't know how to get started, I mentor, Bridgett mentors. Find you a mentor. This thing didn't start overnight. We didn't figure it out overnight. It cost us some time. It cost us some money. It cost us some research. It cost us a whole lot of money.
Yes. And
it costs us some research, and time is money. And so that's the other thing with taking time. Sometimes I'd rather have time than money. Bridgett laughs at me all the time because I say all money ain't good money. Sometimes money ain't what you need. Sometimes it's peace of mind. I never forget when Bridgett was talking about giving, I laughed because she told me when I got in business, because Bridgett knows that I'm a giver, she's a giver. And I was talking about, I didn't keep one of those for myself. And she says, listen, let me tell you this. This is one of the first things that she told me in business. She says, you're a lot like me. She says, don't give. If you buy something for the boutique and it's for you, you keep it. She said, I made that habit of selling even my stuff, the stuff that I had said was going to be mine. And I had to learn that because I was guilty of, if it was only one left and somebody else wanted to buy it, I would say, okay, well, and then sometimes I couldn't get another one for me. So don't give everything away. Sometimes you got to keep some things for yourself.
You have to keep some things for yourself. And when you give so much like this, God always makes a way for you. God always blesses you and he always brings it back. But also with giving, when it comes time for that opportunity or it comes time for that event, you don't have what you need because you've sold it or given it away.
Trust and believe.
So it's hey, Dr. Colonna. So it's so important that even in your giving, because giving is important. You have to sow seed if you want to harvest. You have to give. But it's about you being responsible with your giving. And not only that, it's about managing. Because, a total transparency. Let me tell you something. I've been broke before, okay? And the moment that I no longer became broke, if I see anything that's going to take me remotely back to being broke, okay? I do not participate in it, okay? I don't have bad credit for, all right? Listen, anything that's going to take me remotely back to that place, it's a no for me, okay? It's a no. Because, I had to learn the principles. You know, you have to learn the principles. I had to learn, the giving, the sowing, and to make sure I mastered the being able to sow into God's kingdom and do it right by God. So when you get to this place, you have to know how to handle this. And so now every day you don't make it rain. Every day you don't just bring in buckets of money. No. But your harvest comes back in plenty of ways. It comes back in your health, comes back in your prosperity. It comes back in your relationships, comes back in your family. It comes back in so many different ways. But it's all about being responsible. And it's all about managing what you have, especially if you desire to have more. Yep, especially if you desire to have more. All right, ladies and gentlemen, me and Terra's time is almost up. Did y'all enjoy this? This is the second weekend I don't have my family on here. I'm doing something, okay? Yeah, if I get my mama on here, let me tell you something. It's coming.
Coffee Bridgett is gonna go banana. Viral.
If I get my mama on here, it's gonna be a whole situation.
It's gonna be a whole new TV show.
Y'all put that in the atmosphere. Put that in the atmosphere before we go. Put that in the atmosphere, okay? Because y'all, I don't watch The Bachelor, but I watched The Bachelor this past Monday night because I wanted to hear Emmanuel talk about the diversity aspect. Because for those of you know, I'm a diversity practitioner also, and so I wanted to hear, the questions around, the DEI perspective. And so immediately in my head, so I'm putting it in the atmosphere. I said, I want to host one of the episodes of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. I got questions. So Terra, when you said it'd be a whole new TV show, that if my mama was on here, I don't want that to be the method that get me my own TV show.
By any means necessary.
However, y'all put in the atmosphere that I do ultimately want my own TV show. I ultimately do. I ultimately do want to be a full-on talk show host too. Like, I want to add that. I get so much joy in being able to have these conversations. I get so much joy in being able to ignite people and able to really manage the conversation and make people feel comfortable so that they're okay with sharing their stories, sharing their experiences. And so they're okay with being in the moment. I get so much joy out of that. And so my passion gets so excited and so heated in it that I just want the whole world to get what I feel. So growing up, even as a kid, I used to compete, in public speaking. I used to compete with speech and debate and all those types of things. So y'all put in the atmosphere. I see a lot of them say, put in the atmosphere so I can get my talk show host, okay? I might have to start tweeting The Bachelor. I don't want to be a contestant on The Bachelor.
I'm going to write and put you in. You better get on there by any means necessary. You might have to be the Bachelorette.
I have to be the Bachelorette.
And then you mess around to be the host with the most.
I want to be the host. That's what I want to be the host of. But, let's start this dialogue. Do you think I should go to Bachelorette?
Bridgett for Bachelorette. Let me take your picture and see. I'm going to send it in.
I'll give you a pose in a minute.
Listen, I got your good side. Listen, you show up on The Bachelorette, it's over.
Let me tell you, I might need to go on The Bachelorette.
Let me
Y'all put in the comment. Should I try out for The Bachelorette? I want to hear
it for The Bachelorette. I'm here for it.
Listen, put it in the comments, y'all, if y'all think I should try for The Bachelorette. Now, I'm not going on there to be kissing and sleeping with people, and that's a no for me, okay?
When they got to come to hometown, they don't have to come see me.
Yeah, I'm not going. Let me go put that clear out here, okay? I'm not going on TV show to be kissing and sleeping with people.
You ain't going to be in the fantasy suite?
I will not be in the fantasy suite. No.
Well, we're just going to put you on Married at First Sight then, so you can just skip all that. Just get on to the altar. How about that?
Married at First Sight? I ain't never watched that.
Are you serious?
No, y'all watch Married at First Sight.
Girl, you got to catch up. This last season then about took me out of here. Yeah, you got to watch Married at First Sight. You meet at the altar.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that. Woo, ladies and gentlemen, tonight has been so much fun. I hope that we encouraged you tonight. We inspired you tonight. We motivated you tonight. I hope that you got a lot out of us having a lot out of us. Me and Terra sharing our experiences, and it's just been like so much fun. Oh, Tashani says she loves our energy, Bridgett. So thankful for Terra's Boutique, loyal customers. So Terra, they're proud of you.
I love Tashani. She's one of my first clients, and being with me, she ordered today. Yes, always ordering. I love Tashani.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you have Dr. Colonna. Am I built for the talk show or am I built for the Bachelorette? Which one you saying, Dr. Colonna?
Both of them.
For the talk show.
Listen, both of them.
For the Bachelorette. Child, I get on the Bachelorette, honey. Let me tell you something. I get on the Bachelorette, honey, the whole Bachelor community be like, y'all, she trying to turn us into a business. She trying to turn us into a business. Oh, God, this was so much fun, Terra.
This was fun. This was
way overdue, though. This was
I know. What took you so long to invite me to Coffee with Bridgett? Look.
You know who you sound like now?
Tawana. I know it. I said Tawana.
A whole mess. A whole mess.
It's been in the works. We've been talking about it for a while. So I'm glad that we were both able to
so much fun. Monica said this was so good. This is so much fun. So for those of you who are new to my community, I call my community CEOs because you're the chief executive officer of your own life. You have the power to write your own narrative. You have the power to really control your destiny. So tonight, I am deeming you all CEOs tonight. You have the power after listening to tonight's episode, plus what's already on the inside of you, because you already got what it takes. Tonight, we just wanted to have the conversation openly, just so that you had some good girlfriends to sit and chat with and talk about all the things you've been thinking about, all the things that you're ready to move forward with. We just want to encourage you. We're adding a little laughter, a little humor, a little emotion, little success. But we certainly hope that you got something out of tonight. So Terra, can you tell my community how they can stay connected with you?
You all can connect with me on IG at Terra's_boutique. You can connect with me on Facebook on my business. My private page, my personal page is public, Terra Pike Cornelius. And then also my boutique page is Terra's Boutique Cuties. Terra's Boutique Cuties, and that's TERRA.
Yeah, I told y'all about that cute stuff, see?
Everything is cute. Listen, be empowered, be inspired, and most of all, be cute.
Be cute.
And you can visit my website at terrasboutiquestore.com. You can put in you can Google Terra's Cuties, it'll come up. So the word is out. So Terra's Boutique Store. And I look forward to y'all. Make sure you like and follow and share my page. I want to get that following up. We're doing live sales, live shows. So, so like and share my Facebook page, Terra's Boutique Cuties, and I appreciate it. I enjoyed being here tonight with my family.
Oh, thank you, cousin. Tonight was fun. And so for Terra's community who's watching us, feel free to connect with me at www.thebbexperience.com, or you can reach me on all social media under my name, Bridgett Battles. If you are looking for a hostess with the mostest, if you are looking for someone to come to your event and help you, and I'm doing so many virtual events now and talk shows, connect with your girl. If you're also looking to level up your business and your brand, I have a proven strategy that will help you be successful. If you're in the middle of a career change, you're a startup entrepreneur or C-suite executive, and your look does not compute to the transformation that you provide your clients, I am the person that you need in your life so that you show up in the best version of yourself. And I teach you so much so that not only do I transform your image, but your bank account skyrockets. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. At the end of each episode, Terra, we toast. All right, you got your cup?
Got my cup.
All right, everybody, we love y'all so much. We love y'all. Happy Women's History Month. Cheers.
I'm drinking with my Vice President, Kamala Harris, my mug by Freedom Clay.
Yes, come on here, Freedom Clay.